Right, here I am. Yeah, look, back at Orwell's. Marvellous. This time, everyone said to me when I test rode the KTM 390, you buffoon, get on the 890. That's what you want. So there we go. Oh, everything lights up just the same, isn't it? Yeah, marvellous. And there we go, just like that. Well, we'll have a mutter when I get going. Yeah. Into gear. Yeah, I'm in gear. Buffoon. And we're off. Again, quite a firm feel, quite a solid feel from it. Yeah, I don't know if you remember. Last time I said the same. It felt solid. Looks like plastic. Feels solid. Yeah, bizarre. Always a bit tricky getting out of here. As you know, I'm 6'2", Dave, with a 34-inch side leg, so I have no trouble putting my feet down, though it is on the tall side. So if you were short, say, you know, less than 5'8" or something, you might struggle. There's hell and all traffic here. This is boring for you, isn't it? I think Ipswich Town are playing at home. Oh, there we go. So there we go. God, it's quite zippy. That's what it feels like. So, what have we got? We don't have anything round. Nothing round. No. We've got Bugs Bunny ears that have been sat on. Yeah. And I just need to adjust that mirror a bit and a bit more. There we go. And a bit more. Because that's why we have motorbikes, isn't it? So, seating position, bottom half quite sporty, top half quite upright. Reminds me a little bit of the Yamaha Tracer 9. Yeah, similar sort of position, sporty but adventure. It's quite zippy. Engine has a bit of a rasp to it. Yeah. Exhaust note, well, it just sounds like an adventure bike. Yeah, it's not so important, isn't it? It's more about what it does than anything else. When I rode the 390, one of the things that I wanted to know is it just a toy or is it the real McCoy? And the only way of me finding out would be to ride a bigger one. So rather than go all out for the 1290 or whatever it is, so no, the 890 should be sufficient. Yeah, so that's what I've done. Hell and all information on the dash. I'm not going to mess about with it. I can't be bothered. The controls look, I don't know. I know nothing about them, so we'll leave them alone, I think. Get my visor down. It's a glorious day today. Yeah, sunshine for winter. It's not bad, and we're moving from autumn to winter. Yeah. This is black and orange, like all KTMs. Yeah, it's marvellous, isn't it? Oh, I'll tell you what, it's bloody sharp. Yeah, it is. Do you see that throttle then? I just wind it, give a right tug on my arms. That's marvellous. I'm in 5th at the moment. 6-speed gearbox. Yeah, and it's still, we're at 6 doing 40-ish, and it still pulls. Yeah, definitely pulls. Could do with going down a gear, but it definitely pulls. You could go plug through mud, which of course it's what KTM are all about, isn't it? So what I'll do, we'll get down here, we'll go down this little road, and then there's a bit of dual carriageway I can go up, and then we'll have a walk around. Yeah, marvellous. So here we go. Yeah, it goes like Billy-O, it really does. But then again, it's 890, isn't it? So it's got a bit of poke, and I suspect it don't weigh a lot. That's my thought. Anyway, I might be wrong. Him flicking his fag ash at me, marvellous. Yeah, it's quite strange because this too feels like a little bike, but it goes like no tomorrow. Interesting, very interesting. Handling seems pretty good. I think if I had it, I'd probably need some bar risers on it, because the seat's quite high but the bars feel just a little bit too low for me. But you know, I'm a big bloke. Getting a little bit of buffeting off the screen straight onto my helmet. Don't know if it's adjustable still. I forgot to ask last time. Brakes absolutely fine. Yeah, no trouble with the brakes. Clutch is light as a feather. Gearbox is pretty slick. Yeah, it's quite impressive, but they do cost quite a lot of money. Yeah, this is sorry, I'm just having a little giggle to myself. There you go. So we'll get up the dual carriageway, see what it's like. Oh, we're in a 50. Yeah, marvellous. But yeah, I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but my helmet's getting quite a bit of buffeting. See if I can close my visor a bit more. That's better with my visor completely closed. But yeah, feels dead solid. Feels really well planted. But I don't, you know, we're in a 50, so I'm a bit sort of stuck really. Yeah, so we give it a little bit up there, and yeah, it goes really well. We're back in the 50 now, so what can I say? Not too much really. A solid bike, yeah, for all its plastic, it feels solid, dead easy to manage, light as a feather. Controls, well, I haven't used any, and the reason I haven't used any is I don't know what they do. No, it's marvellous, isn't it? It's on rain mode, road mode for ABS, traction controls on, and the mode is street. Yeah, I assume it's got self-cancelling indicators, but we'll find out. I don't think it has. No, don't think so. Maybe I didn't wait long enough. Look at this. Suspension's firm, not too firm, just about right, I would say. Yeah. And we'll pull over here and have a little walk round. Yeah. See what you make of it, because you haven't seen it yet. Well, you've probably seen them, but you haven't seen this one. Marvellous. That's better. It's got a tall side stand. Yeah, so we've got to be careful with those, haven't we? Because they've got a habit of falling over. Let's have a look. Yeah, quite nice, isn't it? So, here we are. Yeah, KTM 890. What do you think? It's obviously adventure style, and I know that isn't the style a lot of you like, but it is an adventure bike, and this is about what it does, not what it looks like. I don't think they look too shabby. I don't like the colours, that's my problem. I could get used to them, I suppose. Yeah, looks like some sort of creature at the front, some sort of, I don't know, from a space age comic book. That's marvellous, isn't it? Twin discs at the front, single disc behind, chain drive. Oh, is that, trying to look, is that some sort of lubing mechanism they've got there? I can't work that out. Some sort of plastic bit there, some sort of runner, I don't know. But there you go. So you can get loads of luggage on it. It looks plastic, but it feels solid, and this does feel a little bit more solid than the 390. Yeah. I'm just trying to avoid getting run over. I'm sort of slightly distracted because there's so much traffic about today. That screen, does it adjust? Maybe it does, I don't know. As you know, packed with electronics. Sound, it's not too shabby. I don't know how many miles to the gallon it does or anything like that. I know absolutely nothing about it. I might put something in the description. That's your view. Like I say, you get quite a bit of buffeting around the head if you're my height. If you were shorter, you probably wouldn't. Yeah, Dave, he'd be nice and safe behind that. Yeah, marvellous. It's quite dirty, sorry about that. We've been down some back roads and stuff. Yeah, KTM 890. What can I say? It's an adventure bike. It feels smaller than it is. It's a bigger bike than what it feels like, but you're quite high up in the seat. The seat's dead firm, and the handlebars for me are a little bit low. Could do with some risers. Packed with electronics. I should imagine it would be easier off-road than Biggles. That's what I think. If I were doing lots of dirt tracks, I should imagine this would excel. Yeah, marvellous. I've just been chatting with those two sheep over there and those three over there. I don't know if you can see them. They like it. They say it's nice and bright and it's not too loud, and I agree with them. It is nice and bright and it isn't too loud, but they're just sheep. It's not like the giraffes or anything, is it? I felt like saying to them, what the hell do you know? Anyway, we're back on board. We've got the senses test to do. Here we go. Ding, all ready to go. Look at that, straight off. Temperature 20 degrees. We're in November. Yeah, it's bonkers, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Marvellous. Right, so a good test for it, because this is quite a slope for it. We're on mud. See if the traction control works. Yeah, marvellous. So we're on to the senses test. Yeah, already. Well, taste, you know, I'm not tasting it. It probably tastes absolutely fine. Smell, it's a hot day. Can't really smell much, but no smell of oil or anything like that, so that's okay. To touch, yeah, it feels okay, nice and smooth and slick, lots of angles and stuff to feel. Everything feels solid on it. It's surprising because it doesn't look solid, because it all looks sort of plastic, but it's not as plastic as you think. To look at, well, it's an adventure style bike, possibly with a more off-road bent than some other adventure bikes. Yeah. Oh, look at the traffic here. This is unbelievable. So yeah, to look at, you know, people will hate it or they'll love it. I can say nothing. From a practical point of view, it's a good practical bike, so I don't care. The wind is a bit of an issue. I do get a lot of buffeting. I'd like to adjust that screen or get a bigger screen, I think, for me. But if you're shorter than me, it's not going to be an issue for you. No. And then the sound. Well, little twin engine, I think, is it? I think that's what it is. I think it's a twin. That's what it sounds like. It's sort of fairly raspy. Sounds okay. Nothing to write home about. Exhaust just sounds a bit poppy, you know. It's to keep you within the legal limits of what the sound can be. And to meet Euro 5 regulations. Yeah, that's about all you can say about the sound. But then we get onto the sixth sense. I tell you what, it's fun. Yeah, if I described it, I'd have to describe it as a fun bike. It is an 890, but I tell you what, it feels like a 250, and I reckon you could have a right giggle on this. Yeah, I do, down the tracks and stuff. You could probably get yourself into trouble. It is a lot of money as well. That's maybe also an issue for you. But I thought I would hate it. Yeah, I did. KTM never interested me at all, primarily because of the colour. I know, and you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, should you? You should get in and read it. And that's what I'd advise all you to do all the time when I'm banging on about these bikes that I'm riding, looking for the perfect bike. I'm looking for the perfect bike for me, not for you. Yeah. And we're all different. But this is a very easy bike. That's what I'd say. I think the 390 was as well a very easy bike. I think this one though would also be a very easy bike for you to get into trouble. Yeah, I do. Because it is sharp. Yeah, if it were a knife, you'd be able to cut anything with it. Yeah. So there you go. Compared to the 390, the 390 isn't a toy. It's not. That's what I've discovered from today. The 390 is just a baby one of these. Yeah, and I suspect, and I don't know, I haven't ridden one, this is a baby version of the 1290 or whatever it is. Is it a 1290? I think it is. I don't know. That's what I would say. I mean, this could be a real hoot off-road. Put some chunky tyres on it. I mean, on the road, it's planted. it handles well, brakes are good, clutch is light, and it's got loads of gubbins. Yeah, I don't know what the gubbins does. I can tell you the traction control, if you're off-road, it doesn't do a lot. No. Because I have had that back wheel spin a little bit, just on bits of dirt and stuff. And what I'm looking at now is this traffic and whether I can get down the side. I mean, as I go down here, balancing it, absolutely marvellous. That's what I will say. Yeah, it's a doddle. Just watch what these cars are doing. But I'll tell you what, you do know, you've got acceleration to get out of trouble if you had someone suddenly come at you while you're doing this filtering malarkey. There we go, thank you very much. Yeah, these are all off to the football, I reckon. That's what the traffic is. But anyway, we're almost back, so I might see you when we do get back. Yeah, it's not uncomfortable. The seat is rock hard, but it's not uncomfortable. There you go, something different, I suppose. So, in traffic, dead easy. Yeah, gearbox and clutch being so light and all, it just makes it, and it being so well balanced and so light, brakes are keen at this sort of traffic speed. Look at that, stood still without putting my feet down. Marvellous. So, almost back, and it's been a pleasant ride. It helps with the weather, doesn't it, as well? Easy to ride slow as well. You know, you don't have to wind that throttle back, even though it eggs you on to. Yeah, and here we are. Let's see how we can manoeuvre it round the car park. Got this person here, but because it's so well balanced, we can let that person go, can't we? What a splendiferous bike. Yeah. Oh dear, that slipped out, didn't it? Still, there you go. What I'll do is I'll pull it over here so we can have a little mutter. Don't want to do that around people while they're talking. It seems a bit rude. There we go. Anyway, off KTM 890. What can I say? Oh well, what I will say, despite what you lot will think, like Orwell's, it's marvellous. Yeah, no centre stand though. Yeah, I don't know what whoever makes centre stands must be going out of business. Ta-ta.